known as Colombian chicken. And me and my son Nathan are going to show you guys how to do that. All right, let's go. All right, guys. So we got our ingredients here, and we're going to make a sort of a paste to put on top of this whole chicken that I got here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 of these green onions, otherwise known as scallions. We're going to have 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 3 garlic cloves. It's going to be 1 tablespoon of cumin, chili spice, smells like chili, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried oregano, and a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh thyme. Did I cover everything? And some kosher salt and some pepper to taste, basically. We're gonna put that all in a kaboom food processor, and you'll see what that does. It's gonna make a paste. I already told you.
Yeah, right. So you remember how I said I was gonna use I need a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh thyme, so it's not very much. I got way more than I need right here. But how do you work with thyme is, the camera can see this, you wanna strip it off the stems as much as you can. Really hard to do because the stems are kind of brittle. So you really don't want to eat the stems. They're not really that edible. As much as you could strip it off, right? I mean, you can eat the stems, but it's just not, really shouldn't digest. It's not really good for the digestive system, I don't think, to have to go through some stems. They're meant to not have that. Basically, that to me looks like a 1/2 teaspoon. That's it. So all this is sadly waste, but I got a huge plant out there that I picked this from our garden. Cilantro, when you work with that, you want to peel it off the stem like this, as much as you can, because again, we don't want to eat stems, kind of the undesirable part of the plant. Strip all the fibrous stuff off, kind of break it up a little bit. The food processor is going to do the most work, but you kind of get the idea. And then the garlic. You've seen this probably from another video. This is how we work with this. Get your knife, a good knife, put it flat, smash, and the skin should come right off, sort of, kind of. There. And that's how we do it. We got to do it for all these cloves. Alright, so looks like we got all of our ingredients in there, our cilantro, our green onions, our garlic, our cumin, our dried oregano. You can see some salt in there. You can't really see the pepper, but it's in there. And did I forget anything else? Nope, I don't think I did. Let's make a paste. Nothing's really mixing. Must be good. I forget something. I forgot vegetable oil. Never too late. I haven't started cooking yet. And it's about a tablespoon. So I'm going to mix that in, or we can stir it around by hand. Let's maybe get a spoon. I've already kind of pulverized all this. Kind of mix all this up back in the center, and then we can just kind of reconstitute it with the oil. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay. Alright, how to work with the chicken. We're gonna cut open the bag, just like they do in the Great Wild. Okay, so we don't want to get any of these chicken, whatever, meat goop on any of their surfaces, or try not to. And grab it by the legs like this. See that little pack, just throw all that in the sink, makes it easy. And you want to reach in here. There's probably some loose parts. See this, but yeah, there's like a, I don't know what, the kidney, maybe that's a heart, I don't know. No, heart should be darker than that. That's a heart. That's a heart. We don't want that, we don't need it. Guess I could feed it to Nugget. And make sure, sometimes they leave a neck in there, but they didn't. Yeah, no neck, that's okay. I feel a little slighted. No. So
So let's rinse our chicken. It's always good to do that. And just make sure you don't let it loose. Make sure you get all the pin feathers. You see a little feather right there, left over from the slaughterhouse. Rinse under their wings. Eat all this chicken, that's for sure. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get my paste that you guys saw we made. Try not to touch anything with chicken hands, except the, our food. So what I'm gonna do, since I got all my ingredients here, I'm gonna reach in here like this. Hands are a cook's best tools. You smell that, Nathan?
Yeah, it smells good.
Now we're gonna spread this all around. Make like a paste, like pat it down. These herbs kind of everywhere. Chicken armpits. Legs, like those. Pat it down. It's a little oily, but it'll solidify because we're gonna put this in the fridge. You're gonna see there's a few other steps. We're gonna leave it in the fridge. You're supposed to leave it, I guess, 24 hours, but I found that you don't really need to do that. I mean, maybe it sort of increases flavor. I'm gonna get all these good herbs and spices out of here. Salt, utilize all of it. And as this thing cooks, the flavors, we're gonna pour beer in here, and you'll see all this later, but I'm just explaining this, and then it'll all kind of cook together. I'm gonna do another addition. I'm gonna kind of combine this Colombian recipe with Zach's Californian recipe, and you'll see how that goes right now. Okay.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Herbs out of the garden. It's always good to grow herbs because we got them. Some right here, just a little bit. And for thyme, which we already put on the paste, we'll put a little bit more on. And over here, can you feel me, Nathan? Get some sage. There's some nice tender shoots right here. That's probably enough. All the sage, rosemary, and thyme, key ingredients to the usual roast chicken I make. I shut this in the cavity, and I've got 2 limes from a lime tree at my office where I work, and so I like to rinse those real good. And what I'm going to do is this one I'm going to quarter up, and this one I'm going to use to seal off. Put at the end, and then put at the end to seal the other end to seal off the cavity. And then I'm going to tie up the chicken feet. This one I want to cut just in half like that. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody see what he did there? Like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do. Squeeze a little on top here, shove it inside the bird. Then I'm gonna get our lime and herbs. I'm gonna shove all these inside the cavity. Like this. Shove them in. Yeah. Oops. Slippery, oily. There we go. Oh, that smells really good. Wow. A little more squeeze on here. Even Nugget likes that smell, huh? Well,
Yeah.
that's the chicken, I think.
Yeah, Nugget.
All right, that's good. All right, so I cut about, I don't know, a foot of kitchen string, and we'll make like a little loop. Everyone can see that.
best at tying knots. I'm like, not the most coordinated person, but I try my best. Just a little granny knot, I think that's what they call this. There we go. Boop. I want to seal off that hole just like that. There we go. And now let's, hopefully this will fit around the knot, the leg of the chicken. Oh, yeah. Slip that back down. So then we go around. Let's go underneath. Back around. See how it's like pulling that kind of closed. And crossing over. Tie around again. So I'm sealing it up there. There we go. Oops. You can see I don't often do this. Usually I just don't even tie up the chicken legs, but we're trying to be fancy. Maybe it'll keep in the herbs that will steam them a little bit better. Just gonna loop it onto itself right there. There. Okay. So we just want to saran wrap this and throw it in the fridge until it's time to cook. So I did this about probably like 3 hours before I'm gonna cook it. All right. Okay, everyone, the time has come. 4:25. The oven is preheated. This little bird, kind of a big bird, is gonna go in the oven for 90 minutes. All right. Here we go. And by the way, do not forget to add your 1 cup of beer. Cup of beer. Now cook. Millions and billions of fans. Here's the end result. Yeah, dishes are gonna be a little tough tonight, but worth it. Alright, it's time to cut up the chicken. Maybe some of the viewers out there don't know how to cut up a chicken, but I'm about to show you. So, what I like to do first is cut off the breast meat because it's the warmest one.
That looks really delicious.
Smells pretty good too.
Yeah. How long did it take to make this?
Mama like this because there's no skin on it.
How long does it take to make it?
Like what, 90 minutes. So there's one breast. And then you get the idea on that. And the next thing I like to do, Sophia, and then, so there's a leg and a thigh connected together. Can you film right here, Fia? The business?
Sure.
Okay. Then watch out. And then let me just, right here, the juices are running clear, so that means I cooked it a long time. And then there's a joint right there.
Ooh.
And I cut that and I break it off. Because whoever is a lucky person to get that leg and thigh.
Also, we also have a wishbone that never grants my wish.
Usually, sometimes I stick a fork in there and then I twist.
Ooh.
There we go. That's it.
Look at all that juice.
Yep. And as soon as you gotta cut the skin. There we go. Cool. Okay. So that's how you basically butcher a chicken. There's wings, the same thing. You just find the bone articulation and then you cut that.
Dad, I have a question.
Okay, hopefully you enjoy your meal.
I really like it.
Delicious.
It tastes better than eggs, that's for sure.
Well, you don't like eggs. Okay.
It's tender and full of flavor. Delicious.
I give it
Okay.
1,000 out of 1,000. Awesome.